I know Fridays are not quite as crazy as most every other day. To be able to walk around and say, hey.
With the medical profession, I find a lot of resistance with dealing with a lawyer. Their normal interaction with the lawyer is not a good one.
When we originally talked, you said this is how it's going to work. It has never worked.
Now, by putting a lawyer in the medical setting, we're able to identify particularly people at risk and try to ensure that they have access to justice as they have access to health care.
Are you receiving any public assistance right now?
I have
You
Social
or
Security.
Zachary? Okay.
Yeah, I had a kidney transplant in 2008.
Okay. Our organization, the Neighborhood Christian Legal Clinic, is funded completely by grants and charitable contributions. Because of that, we have to serve a certain population. Our grants require that we serve people who are 125% of the poverty level. The court doesn't require them to pay a filing fee.
That's awesome.
So
Thank
we
you.
will get this all
I'm
done
sorry.
for you. You're
Thank you
okay.
so much. You just don't know what this means to our family.
That's what we're here for.
This is just awesome.
Good.
Thank you so much.
And that's what we're here for. We understand, and well, that actually takes me to what
Doctors are beginning to look to us as a resource for helping their patients. It's a long process. The kayak clinic at Wishart focuses on individuals with cognitive disabilities. One of the predominant issues that affect people with cognitive disabilities is the capacity to make decisions, life decisions on their own. Guardianship becomes a necessary end.
Okay, as far as Zach's functionality, what does he struggle with?
Keeping himself safe.
When you say safe, what do you mean?
He hangs around, he thinks everybody's his friend. People that will still do drugs, rob convenience stores, he thinks they're all his friend.
So they're just misguided young kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
not lifelong criminals.
they'll want him to go steal something for them, and they'll take it.
And he'll do it.
Yes,
Because
they're his friends.
Yeah, they're his friends, and it's cool and whatever
Yeah.
else. Are they a threat to his physical person?
Yes, they have beat him up.
Okay.
His therapist meets with him on Monday, his behavior specialist, and she has witnessed them taking his food. He's had black eyes. There's been holes in his apartment. So we've even had Meals on Wheels deliver food to him, and they've taken it.
When I was a child, I went through some pretty hard times, and for a long time I questioned why God would put me through that. And in all my questioning, I kept asking why. It was when I started asking who. And who is the one to decide? God is the one to decide. And that's what brought me to Christian Legal Aid. It was that I am fulfilling what God set out for me. The demand is so high for pro bono legal services because there are so many people who don't have the money to hire an attorney. I mean, it can be almost an impossible situation for someone who is simply trying to protect their child.
I have autism, Asperger's syndrome, but I've never met anyone in my whole entire life that's high functioning as me. Never say disability. But I signed up for college this semester, going to Ivy Tech, and hopefully overall views transfer over to IU.
And so you know, and so Zachary knows, for people who are over 18, they're entitled to show up at their hearing and contest it. He can show up and say, I don't need a guardian. No one can be guardian of me. I don't want anybody making my decisions. I don't want anybody taking my money. he's entitled to that. A guardian ad litem is appointed for Zachary,
Okay.
so they make sure that it's in the best interest of Zachary. This is
Dang.
someone that the court appoints,
Oh, yeah.
just to make sure that they don't have somebody coming in and trying to take advantage of the situation.
Right.
A lot of people in this situation have those so-called friends,
Yeah.
and they want to get guardianship over them so that they can get their money. So what we need to establish is your financial status, your relationship with Zach, why you want to become guardian of Zach. Do you have any questions?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're straightforward. We'll just go in and talk with the judge.
In this proceeding, Cora won. The court awarded her guardianship.
A lot of things have changed since we've gotten guardianship. We set Zachary down and roles have changed for him. We did the little trick where I can't tell you who your friends are, but I can tell you who you can and can't leave with. So they can come in and sign in and see you.
That worked well.
Yes, that saved us 3 times.
Good.
Well, the kids came over that was going to put him in the car and take his money and take him, do something with him. And they says, no, come on in. You're welcome in. We'll have some pizza, get you some movies. But he is not to leave with you.
And
You need to sign this paper, and I'm going to take down your license, and I need to see your ID. And they suddenly had to go home. They couldn't stay.
Getting guardianship for Cora, for me, it's the reason I do what I do. It makes me feel good. Being able to use my legal mind to resolve somebody's problem that's usually something that's controlling their life or is a big part of their life, it makes me feel good to help them. It gives purpose to me and to what I do with my life. I could do it in a law firm, but ultimately, I don't feel like that would be serving God. I feel like in Christian legal aid, I can serve God.
Do you know if your mom wasn't your guardian, what would have happened? What would have occurred?
Probably went to jail, most likely.
Okay.
If I didn't have her as a guardian, I didn't know what I would do right now, She's helped me out tremendously with my life, and if I didn't have a guardian, I wouldn't be here where I'm at today, I have to have help, It's hard to really accept that you have a disability and you need help, So it's pretty hard to realize and accept it, but after you do that for a while, it gets better as it goes.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're very pleased with the arrangement.
Yeah, I am, I trust my mom with all my heart, so as long as I trust her, there's nothing you can't achieve, so.